Oi there, governor. It's your boy, B3, back with another Monsterverse vlog. This is kind of a twofer, because today we are talking about if Cloverfield should join the Monsterverse, right? That's kind of our thing for today. I even got my Monsterverse mask that I wore to work today. Got Godzilla, it's got Ghidorah. It's cut off on the. This is probably an unlicensed. Like, see how it's cut off like that? This is probably like an unlicensed mask. I don't know. I didn't buy it. It was a gift, but I bet it's unlicensed. So, hey, welcome. So today's topic: should Cloverfield join the Monsterverse? Honestly, that'd be a pretty good idea. Like, that'd be a really good idea. Because the Monsterverse needs more monsters that can carry solo films. That's the big thing the Monsterverse is missing, is solo film carrying kaiju. The only two we have are Godzilla and Kong. And with Godzilla and Kong, it's like, what's up? You know, that's two. Two monsters does not a cinematic universe make, right? We need more monsters that can carry solo films. And I'm 100% cool. Like, I am really down with them just making up monsters for solo films. I'm 100% cool with that. But the thing is, to really, really, really get the Monsterverse going, it would probably be smart to add some pre-existing intellectual properties to it. I feel like that's almost necessary for a cinematic universe to succeed, right? Like, if you look at the very first cinematic universe of all time, the very first cinematic universe of all time, the Universal Monsters Cinematic Universe, was made up of characters from literature and characters from folklore. Invisible Man, literature. Dracula, literature. Frankenstein, literature. All of these things from different books by different authors that weren't connected in any ways, but thrown together into something that did connect. So we got films like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, where they crossed over, which was very cool. So I think we should really try to do it like that. Add some more things. I've already made a video about Pacific Rim, and on the second channel, I made a video about how Gamera should be in the Monsterverse. Gamera is the one thing that the Monsterverse needs the most, to be completely honest. If the Monsterverse adds another pre-existing property, the main one they should try to get is Gamera. 100%. They just should. So, here's how I think it should go. I don't think that the Cloverfield, like, original found footage movie should be made canon with the Monsterverse, because in the Monsterverse, kaiju weren't public knowledge in the modern day until 2014, and Cloverfield takes place in what, like 2008, 2009, sometime around there? So that wouldn't really work. Kind of like how The Amazing Spider-Man couldn't become part of the MCU because of all the New York stuff, right? So, what we need to do is just have a Clover come from space and just have a Cloverfield movie in the Monsterverse. Just have a Clover crash and just have Clover in the Monsterverse. That's all you gotta do. Because Cloverfield already kind of has a multiverse thing going on in the franchise, which is very interesting. So, I mean, like, in Cloverfield, we kind of already know that Clover's in a multiverse. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't watched all of the... I admit it. I haven't seen the Cloverfield paradox. Sue me. Sue me, you know? But I do hear that it is Cloverfield is kind of a multiverse, and all this stuff. And I am pretty on board with that entering the Monsterverse. A Clover that already exists within the Monsterverse and Pacific Rim being rebooted into the Monsterverse, I think are the two, plus Gamera coming into the Monsterverse, are the things that I could really see making the Monsterverse take off. Because the Monsterverse needs more monsters. And if you add Pacific Rim, which was a pretty popular film, in theaters it didn't do the best, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it had record-breaking Blu-ray sales. Pacific Rim, every time, I don't know anyone who's seen Pacific Rim and didn't like it. I know a lot of people who saw Pacific Rim Uprising and didn't like it. It wasn't the best film. I thought the kaiju drone scene was awesome, but other than that, Pacific Rim Uprising wasn't super anything good. The comics for Pacific Rim are whatever. So I feel like Pacific Rim only really has like one good thing going for it, unless the anime is really good, which hopefully it will be. It has a cool concept. Despite no one in the teaser trailer having an Australian accent, it takes place in Australia. So Cloverfield, it's not like it's doing super. Not Cloverfield, Pacific Rim. It's not like it's doing super great on its own. Most people seem to want it in the MonsterVerse anyway, since the people that made it are the ones who are also making the MonsterVerse. So you wouldn't have to deal with like rights or anything for the most part. Cloverfield seems to be coming back, so there's like probably going to be some renewed interest in Clover, which would bring more people to the MonsterVerse if Cloverfield was in it. And then Gamera has fans worldwide. I'll admit Gamera's not the biggest thing in the US. Most people in the US probably like saw the Showa Gamera films when they were kids, which I did, or they like have seen them because they're public. Lots of those Gamera films you can watch for free legally, the original ones. But yeah, I feel like Gamera is extremely recognizable worldwide, which would help the MonsterVerse internationally. So yeah, of course, yeah, Clover should be in the MonsterVerse. Like, especially since it's a Western monster, right? That's what the MonsterVerse needs. The MonsterVerse needs to get all these Western kaiju we have together and just shove them all in there at once. We got to have more in the MonsterVerse, guys. We have to have more monsters capable of carrying solo films in the MonsterVerse, or it's not going to make it. So that's it. Final decision, yes. Clover and Cloverfield should be added to the MonsterVerse. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, etc. I also have previous Monsterverse vlogs on this channel and the second channel that you can check out. The only reason I'm actually posting all these vlogs on this channel is because I'm so backed up on videos for the second channel. Like, I have almost a month's worth of videos, like, uploaded and scheduled but not published. I'm like way ahead on that channel and behind on this channel, so I'm just posting more here. Also trying to get monetized again. But that's it. Thank you all once again for your support, and I'll see you all next time.